All right, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
And this is, of course, Conversations with the Crawleys, where we have conversations about faith, family, relationships, and recaps, reviews, and commentary of some of our favorite shows. This one is all about ladies who list Atlanta. So if this is content that you enjoy, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, request notifications,
And share.
and of course, as always, we will see you, meet you, hang out with you in the comments. All right, so yeah, we kind of missed last week's recap.
Please forgive us. Give us grace. We are trying to really get this new one in. I really like the show.
Yes.
And so I think it's worth us fighting for. Yes. So we're going to keep rolling on and just we're moving with the punches.
And just in the meantime, what we've seen, Kiana, lots come out with Kiana regarding just how this show has been going on. She is
the actual show,
right? Not our thing, right? She is a little taken aback by how things are being produced and portrayed. That there's been more focus on the drama than on the business side.
Correct.
And for us, we definitely can understand that. I think
I picked it up on this last episode, not this, but the previous episode. Yes. And I felt like, I only seen two people like
sell real estate
or going out the real estate.
So our hope is, what we've seen though is that we have seen there has been a little more of the business side coming into play. But it's kind of probably hard to shift with everything. But if there's a second season, hopefully they'll find that balance.
Right. But they may be doing it without her.
Yeah, because she's like, I'm done. Even though she has a contract. So we'll see what happens with that. So in the latest episode, y'all know Crystal and Robin been having their issues and their beef. And then there is, at Kiana's celebration for her business.
She's like, I don't want it. I don't want no drama.
Right. Kiana's like, look, y'all know how y'all mama talk to you when we about to go in this store. And I won't hear nothing from none of y'all.
None of y'all. Don't you say
that's kind of how she was. And then just how they set it up, right? You have all the ladies talking, and then Crystal comes up. And Robin knew Crystal was there, but it was like, she's right behind you. Wait, where is she?
Robin's just playing it up. Like, because she can hear her voice. So Robin turns around.
And they go over to an area and they talk, right? And then Robin is like, I want an apology. She's like, there's really I want an apology.
She's like, you didn't call me. You were the problem. And here's all the phases of my feelings for the last 4 weeks with you.
Yes.
And Crystal was like, but I had a problem with you.
You hurt me by tapping my hand.
And tapping my hand and being aggressive. Robin
was like, wait, but how did you get from there to here? How did you do that? Because you act as if she's like, Robin was like, I was being attacked by everybody. And my friend didn't back me up. And also we find out, and this is where Crystal also messed up. Crystal says, I didn't know anything about Kiana's issue.
We're going to put it all together? Do we just want to talk about let's just talk about it all together. Because we mentioned this, right? We talked about it in the last episode we did. If they're friends, why did she give her friend a heads up? Like, look, girl, I know you told me to put this together.
Yep.
But before you come thinking everybody good with you, these are the two main issues.
Yep.
So maybe you want to resolve it before we meet.
Yep.
Or make sure it's addressed before you start anything else. But what we find out, because Robin's saying, you owe me, Crystal saying, no, you owe me, you're going to hear me, you're going to listen to me, blah, blah, blah. And then we had Kiana was like, y'all need to take that outside. First of all, what you're not going to do.
She's like, I'm glad y'all talking.
What you're not going to do.
Talk all the way out there.
Because dinner is about to start. So y'all can go outside and handle your business. But you're not doing it here. Yeah. I told you once. So they move outside. I think it's hilarious. Because they move outside. And then she goes down. You don't understand. I was being attacked. And you move your behind from that seat to this seat, not helping me to get in between the situation, not telling me that they were upset with me. And Crystal looking like deer in the headlight. What? I didn't know. And then here we go. Receipts. Like she was looking for a fight. Like Robin was going to be Crystal entertainment for the night.
Right. And here's the thing.
I don't like people like that.
Crystal has said Robin is, is in so many words, Robin entertains her. Robin is a little crazy, a little out there, so she makes her laugh. Listen, I got enough people in my life. I don't need a court jester. And I'm not going to call a court jester my friend.
I'm not going to make someone a court gesture.
If my friend, if I can't be entertained if I can't have fun with people, I'm not going to have fun at the expense of a person that I call friend.
Thank you. And that's what Robin was getting at with her. And
so yeah, when she said that she I had no idea that Kiana had a problem with you. Producers were like, bam, there you go. Anything else you want to say? Because we have the footage of Kiana and you talking about this.
Oh my gosh.
So, but Robin, because there was a point where Robin was like, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to enjoy the show. And Crystal pulled her back, right? But Robin gives Crystal grace. She's like, look, I'm going to give you grace. She's like, almost like I'm going to charge it to the game. I'm going to give you grace on this.
I don't understand. Robin reads very well. She reads Crystal like a book.
Yep.
So, and for her to gone through so much with her own mother and everything, it's like, it's a detriment to Robin to allow people to continue in some form or fashion to
take advantage
of her at her expense.
Yes.
And then she's the one giving the grace. I get it. To me, giving grace is like, you know what? It won't happen again. We're good, but we're not going to be friends.
So here's the thing. Forgiveness is off the top. I'm going to forgive, but restoration does not happen.
Right.
Does not always happen.
Right.
And when I say restoration, you may not have the same place with me that you had. If you stole from me, I'm not turning my back with my wallet hanging out to you.
Right.
If you took my girl or whatever.
Right.
I'm not bringing my new girl around you.
Right.
Those type of things, right?
Right.
I can forgive you. I think, for us, we understand the power of forgiveness.
Right.
But that don't mean I got to put you in the same place that you had with me.
You're not going to be my best friend. That Crystal is like a possession. She's my friend.
Yeah, Crystal holds Robin as a possession. Crystal.
And Tiffany, no one else knows you like I know because we're best friends.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but Robin should get rid of it.
Yes. So back in the ballroom where it's nice and warm and there are no roaches, because there is this scene where Robin is looking at Crystal's shoulders like, what in the world is that crawling on you?
Right.
Because there's something, a roach or something, and it's Georgia. So Georgia got their own breed of roaches and stuff. Listen. But Kiana's back there celebrating her team and their success, and really giving kudos to her husband who supported her with her building her business. So phenomenal there.
And I think that's another thing that I appreciate, the little nuances.
Yes.
That maybe those are the things they should be picking up on.
Yes.
That there are Black men that support their Black wives to do amazing things.
Yes.
And we see that a lot in some of the other couples as well. You know, where the husband really stepped up to be there to support their wives.
I think it was Tiffany that her husband took time, or basically stopped his job, which was a builder, to make sure that she was taken care of.
And
Absolutely.
Those are great nuances to portray us, because we do have that community as a Black family.
Listen, again, we can have some shows like HGTV on OWN Network. It would be okay.
Okay.
We'd be good with that. We'd watch that. Okay. So then Robin then goes and she visits her clients from the first episode, YouTube stars who bought their house. Listen, we trying to get to that level.
Okay. But that YouTube money.
So if we ain't said it before, we said it before, but if you ain't hear it the first time, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit notifications.
Come on, let all the Black community rise up. Let's rise up. It's Black History Month together. But at the same time, I like how Robin really loves taking care of her clients.
Yes.
Because they didn't have to say that she really taught them a lot
Right.
about the process. So it's not just condos.
Right.
But that she's really steps out there to make sure they understand, to educate her customer. And you can see how she's passionate
Yes.
about doing that.
And she talks about how real estate changed her life, right? She got her
Right.
first house, I think she said 21.
Yes.
And then she used that house to get a second house.
Yes. And
so
just
on.
build and build.
Listen.
Which when we're educated like that, then it can help us to move on.
Yes.
But then in that same thing, we saw Robin answer the phone call with her mom.
Yes.
Which had her niece and I think her sister.
And an aunt, I think.
And an aunt online. And, and they're wishing her a happy birthday, her birthday.
Early, yeah.
Right, couple of days early and stuff. And here's Robin talking about, I'm trying to restore that relationship with my own mother.
Right.
So we see that Robin's been putting in a lot of work to restore what she has a hard time with women.
Yes.
And seeing why that sometimes, even for Black women, even though we may be raised only by a Black mother, the hardship of being raised by a Black mother because of all the stuff that they had to deal with.
Listen.
Again, it goes back hundreds of years.
We talk about, one of the things we talk about in ministry is the drama that leads to trauma and that cycle. That many times if you don't deal with the trauma, it creates more drama in your life. And Robin is at least looking like she's trying to heal some of that trauma that has led to drama in other areas. So then Tiana is showing property for the architect of the home that we saw, I think in last week's episode. Correct. The architect's son, they're looking for more of a ranch. So they're out about 35 minutes outside of Atlanta. And they're looking at a little over 2,000 square feet home with 5 acres of land.
5 acres of land.
Listen. And they're only 549, I think it was.
It was like more around 599,
Something like that.
599,000.
So between 550 and 600, somewhere in that range. But yeah.
That's nice. Again, here you go, Black excellence, right? And they're showing where people who make a good living at what they're doing and putting it for their next generation.
Right. Because here's the thing. I'm sorry. With 5 acres of land, my kids would have a house built on it if they wanted to. Right. So then now I've taken that property. And even if I share, as the area grows and I take an acre and maybe build a house on it and sell it, that's paying for itself or rent it out or Airbnb or whatever.
That's what I'm about to say. Airbnb, somewhere you can get away. I mean, there's so much we can do. When you own property, you create influence.
Yes.
And so what we're understanding, and that's why maybe Tiana is like, I thought it was with a K.
No, that's Kira. That's the other girl.
That not Kira. I'm talking about the one who wants to leave the show.
Oh, Kiana. That's Kiana.
Kiana. When she's talking about, this is not about wanting more drama.
Right.
It's about showing the excellence of what we portray.
Yes.
As
people of color.
People of color. And I think we see, again, here's another nuance of it. But if we put that to the forefront, but then understand that through life, things happen.
Right.
It will make a good balance in the story.
I think there needs to be balance, I think, with the show. Right. And then Kira is showing a home to B. Simone, because B. Simone has looked at a couple of things and she's like,
looked at all of downtown Atlanta.
Pretty much.
But she finally
finds a place. Yeah.
A townhome.
2,200 square foot townhome, 650-ish.
Yeah. 3 bedroom, 3 bath.
But now listen, what I liked about it was the top balcony, if you will, where it was like its own patio area.
Yes.
Because that's one thing that I know is
Outdoor
missing from a lot of townhomes is you don't have that outdoor living space. They found a way to put that out there. Listen.
But a good way for her to pivot, right?
Yes.
So you looked at these condos. I said, okay, she initially wasn't interested, but then say, okay, come on, girl. Let's look at it something a little different,
right.
But still, because what she did want to have to do is a lot of maintenance.
Right.
And with townhomes, you typically don't have to do a lot of maintenance.
Right.
And she got that homey feel where before condos can be a little bit cold.
And feel temporary.
Right. So, yeah.
So then Crystal and Robin do sit down and they talk. And Crystal is all up about this poly guy, this guy who is trying to introduce her to the polyamorous lifestyle.
Right.
More power to y'all.
Handle it.
So,
isn't that dating?
Well, it's dating with options, and everybody knows that there's options.
Right. So, are they saying they're more committed?
So there is
dating.
basically the other side of that. So it's a little different than quote unquote swinging. It is, let's say that, for example, putting ourselves as an example, not that they were considering this or anything, but it would be basically you and I being married, and then either you having a boyfriend or me having a girlfriend, that we all kind of share things.
Do you share the boyfriend or the girlfriend too?
If that's your choice.
Interesting.
Yep. So.
Yeah, because even Robin had to look it up. Like, let me look this up on Google.
She was like,
how you spell it?
Wait, what?
How you spell it? And so, but Crystal on set and trying to get somebody to go with her.
She trying to get people to go to this party with her. And it's like, wait, what
happens there?
What we doing at this party?
Right, because I was like, do you just find people who are like-minded so y'all can say, right, I can date you because I know you're open to this, and it's just a party. I'm thinking is, look, I want to go just as like sit like, so what do y'all do here? Can you fill me in? Do you just sit around and talk like, oh, I'm interested in you. Here's my partner already. And then we have a conversation to decide if I'm going to be a part of your party.
Is
that how they do it for when they find those sister wives?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I got one wife. That's all I can handle.
I'm not interested. I'm
good. All right. So, but then Robin asked if something is brewing with Tiffany, right? She's like, is there something going on with you and Tiffany?
Now I feel like Robin, don't. Why are we trying to start drama?
Because, and again, because Crystal, as we said, Crystal is very possessive of Robin, right? And I think she treats people like income streams. She treats people, she doesn't see people for who they are. She sees people as part of the bag. Because this whole thing about her wooing Kira is not about you and I really vibe.
Right.
It's like, I can make money off of you. There's enough money that you're making for it to go around.
Right. And she thinks everyone else thinks that.
Right.
When they're not.
No.
Because Tiffany, when they talked, she was worried about the person of Robin. Because Robin said she understood what was going on that night and how you messed up. And that's what pissed her off. Yeah. That's what pissed Crystal off the most.
I mean, Chris, oh yeah, that pissed Crystal off.
Yes.
Because she's basically saying, what Robin is saying, other people who aren't my friends, who I'm just coming to know, understood how you should have responded a lot better than you did.
Well, how can she tell me? Because I'm your best friend. Well, because you, as a person, didn't know how to handle, and you set your friend up.
Yep.
It's like her falling in the trap.
So Robin also says that she thinks that Crystal has a secret envy of Tiffany.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
And again, if we look at how things are interacting, right? Tiffany and Tiana are great friends. Mm-hmm. Tiffany has Kira as a person that as a client, right? Mm-hmm. And there's no drama that we see on any of those things.
No.
Crystal has Robin as a client, but basically, again, feels very possessive of her. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking at the dynamics of friendship, Tiffany doesn't have problems that we can see as far as her friends around her, right? And she seems to be doing successful. She just opened up a new office, what have you. So she's successful. Now, we don't know what each is doing. Granted, we don't know that. But if I'm constantly trying to poach business from other people, that might be a clue. Right. If I'm confident with who I'm already providing a service to, and other people inquire about my service, that doesn't mean I don't advertise, doesn't mean I don't put it out there. But I'm not trying to actively, I know you doing business over there, but come over here. Let me give you a 5-star dinner or a 5-star lunch to pull you over here.
Right.
When we're all in the same circles anyway.
Like, she ain't gonna go back and tell that, because to me, I get it, right? You want tax write-off? and I'm trying to get to know a new friend,
You want to grow your right. You're gonna find it.
I'm gonna go ahead, girl, you come over for lunch, we hang out, we talk, tax write off, you know, and let's get to know each other as friends. And then it could be 5 years from now. If something comes up, it comes up where you need me.
You build that relationship.
You build that relationship. But my first intent is just to build a relationship with you. But you haven't let the girl finish the main course before you already getting at her about business between the dessert coming.
Here's your appetizer. Can I have your business now?
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So then we see all of the ladies go horseback riding, with the exception of Crystal. So Robin, Tiffany, Kiana, and Kira, and Tiana. No, is Kira there?
No.
Kira's okay, so Kira's not there as well. But they're all kind of talking. Robin begins to kind of, she's like, look, turnabout's fair play. Starts talking to Crystal about Tiffany. And then I forget the context, but basically there's a statement that's made where Robin is like, people with kids don't understand.
Right, because Tiffany was like, I'm not checking for her.
Yes,
I'm not worried about Crystal. And,
that's right.
And Robin goes, right, because we have kids and you have kids and you're a baseball mom. So with people with kids, we ain't worried about what other people thinking about us. We're really focused on our children, is what she was getting. Our
business and our family.
Our business and our family.
So Kiana, who we have seen in a previous episode, and we know basically is trying to conceive, right? She's had some things before happen, so she's trying to conceive. So it was a trigger, and here's this word. It was a triggering moment for Kiana, and they start to go back and forth about it, and about the statement, right? And Robin is like, it was not concerning you, and Kiana's like, but you're saying that I wouldn't understand because people, I'm people. Who are you talking about?
And I don't have any kids,
right?
And so, but what happens again when you interject and you're trying to correct somebody and you're heightened about it?
Right.
Robin couldn't hear her,
right?
Because she says, I don't have any kids, and I'm tired of people saying this about people who don't have kids when you wouldn't understand. When I have women all the time like, girl, you wouldn't understand what I'm going through. Yeah, I can empathize about what you're going through.
Right.
But Robin can't hear that because she's like, what are you talking about? I'm not talking about you.
Right.
And so at this point, I feel like for her, Kiana, she was just like, I'm tired of it. I'm really trying to conceive. This is heavy on my mind.
Right.
And I'm tired of people's perceptions.
And I think that it was a comedy of errors, if you will, because in some respects, I get it from both sides.
I get it from both sides.
So for Kiana, she's hearing this, and like you said, all these other things are weighing on her mind as far as her being able to conceive and how they're trying and all
time frames,
all that stuff, right? So all of that now colors how she responds,
right?
Or hears even that, how she hears Robin's statement,
right? And
then that gives rise to kind of how, and so that's kind of where it ends with that argument, right?
Right.
My hope is that as we proceed, as we finish out this season, hopefully they have other footage that kind of balances out a little more.
Because we see them sitting down, the four of them kind of talking, and hopefully they get back to the subject of why she felt what she needed to say.
Right.
Because I get it, because we all feel like you're almost a part of a certain club.
Right.
And we have to realize that sometimes women use that. Well, I can have kids. You can't, you know. And you can make people feel a certain way. Same thing with people being married and being single.
Oh, yeah.
You know, well, you're single. Or is that perception of knowing how other people move because of their relationship.
Exactly. So, all right. Well, listen, that's it for this episode, this video. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.